financial rewards.
St Kilda kicking to the left. Harding up against Burke. Burke wins the first tap. Coghlan to centre half forward. Morris misses it. A quick chance though for the Saints. Kick towards the goal front by Burke. Didn't go very far. Quick kick away by Rogers, and the mark taken by Harding. He was carried off the ground a week ago.
Looked pretty bad, Bruce, didn't it, Paul Harding? His kick into the full forward line is a good one. Good drop punt kick into that left forward pocket. Shot for goal for St Kilda by Darren Davies, and he kicks the first goal for the Saints.
Well, Darren Davies, the former Footscray utility or ruck rover, always had a bit of time for Davies as a ruck rover at Footscray. He's been picked up by Footscray, and here we watch him coming into screen now. It's a bad handball by the Geelong defender on the ground. Should have gone towards the boundary instead of centering it, and Davies swooped on it.
Goal to Davies. The Saints lead 6-0. Brownless. Sweeping hand pass. Couch goes backwards and misses Simpson. Dwayne Russell. Good tackle here. Simpson again. Caught, gone. Holding the ball. Grant's free kick. Play on allowed. This is Daniels to centre half forward. Morris and Stoneham. McAdam, who played very well in his first game for the Saints last week. Simpson. Still Simpson. Good tackle by Burke. Malakalis weaved his way through to Bairstow. High one to the goal square. Got a bit of distance. Scott underneath it. Frawley. The wind took it away. Exel. Brownless. He can kick a goal here. He's a thumping kick. Round the body. The wind holds it up in the goal square. Knocked away by Grant. Well played, Muller. Kept his cool and kicked it back to the centre, and Fletcher takes the mark.
And that was a good mark, Bruce, because this breeze is going to be fairly tricky, I would think, for the players, judging by a few of the early kicks. Fletcher's kick into the full forward area. No mark taken. St Kilda striving hard to clear. Brownless caught with the footy. Craven held when he didn't have it, and the umpire decides on a bounce on the 50-metre line. There's Billy Brownless. He did line up at centre half forward, and Barry Stoneham has lined up at centre half back for the Cats. Stoneham picking up Morris, and back at centre half forward, Brownless's opponent is Ian Muller. Harding gets the tap out. It's a good one. It goes out towards the wing. Overrunning it is Bruns. Chipping in is Malakalis. Picking it up beautifully is Newport for St Kilda. Newport's drop punt kick is a good one, but a well-judged mark back there by Christensen for the Cats. He's at half-back. Kicks it back in towards the centre. It's wide of the centre. Judging it nicely was Harding. He couldn't hold it. Through comes Fletcher. Gives the hand pass away to Gary Hocking. His high kick towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Muller is caught with the football. Sweeping hand pass. Now the advantage is paid. Newport will clear for St Kilda.
To Morris at half forward. Harvey squeezes one to the pocket to Wilson. Newport, Morris and Wilson all involved in that exchange. All new players for the Saints this year. Free kick to Lowe.
Interesting watching that breeze because it's blowing across the ground. An actual fact that players will really have to get in front because the ball will drop. Soon at both ends of the ground, the ball dropping. And they're out of screen on left of screen. Stuart Lowe being infringed as Rice went in to attempt the mark. Most important that players get in front because the ball will drop.
Club champion last year. He's kicked 108 goals in his 96 matches. Started the season very well at Clearfield Park last week. Drop punt, and he's kicked it. Another one. 2 goals to the Saints, 2 early goals. Geelong yet to score.
Well, it took a long time for Stuart Lowe to be recognised as a good player. It's the second player that's changed his boots. It was Danny Craven earlier came off the ground. Maybe he's got the moulded sole and wants to stop. But there's Stuart Lowe, as I said, a very underrated player. It took a long time to be recognised as a good player.
And Stuart Lowe changing his boots. Obviously, an indication that the ground conditions are a little bit different to what the players may have expected. But a very good kick by Lowe to kick the second goal for St Kilda. A very hard battle there to try and get the ball clear. Eventually, it's Burke who kicks it to centre-half forward for St Kilda. The bounce is awkward for Stoneham. Morris is in there, and he's able to keep that ball in, but a flip out the back is tidily picked up by Rogers. Gets it to Fletcher, over to Bruns. Now Geelong will go forward. Bruns, a very active player in the blue and white, and the kick is a beauty. He finds Brownless at centre-half forward. Brownless 55 metres from goal. Oh, look at this thumping drop punt by Brownless into the pocket. No mark taken. Now St Kilda under pressure. Back there is Kane Taylor, and he pushes the ball over for a boundary throw in that right forward pocket.
Just watching Danny Frawley on that occasion as the ball came down with Exel. He's very, very strong, Danny Frawley, when it comes to pushing and shoving.
Harding and Burke. Bairstow from the pocket. Exel and also Frawley. Still in play, Scott. And just running it over the line, Taylor. So Geelong deep in attack. Kane Taylor, a 23-year-old, playing his 44th game today. Over the back, Russell. Simpson, good smother by Grant. Hocking straight up in the air. Marked it himself.
Oh, is that possible?
Don't think so. Good kick to Burke.
Did that with a lot of confidence, didn't he? Hocking.
Well, it just goes to show maybe the pace of the game. The umpires didn't realise what had happened.
There he is, picking Burke. It's good play, actually.
Burke from 25 metres. He's pushed it to the right. And, Don, it looks like goals might be hard to score at the right of screen.
Well, it does, Bruce. I mentioned about the ball dropping. Seems to drop far more dramatically to right of screen than it does to left.
Well, that end of the ground is protected a little bit by the big grandstand, the Ford Australia #1 for the Cats grandstand. The kick in by Frawley goes to half-back. Marking contest between out there David Grant and Fletcher, and the ball goes over for a boundary throw, and it's outside 50. It's about 60 metres from the Geelong goal. St Kilda lead 2 goals straight. Geelong are 1 behind. Opportunity for McAdam. Look at the skill. Magnificent ball handling. Gets the hand pass to Daniels. Daniels' left foot kick is okay. Mark is taken by Morris. Wide of the centre. He plays on quickly. That's the name of the game. Up to full forward. Low, can't mark. Rogers clears a quick kick. No one home out there for Geelong. Nathan Burke, very talented young player, Nathan Burke. Hooks the ball back to centre forward. Low, can't mark. Morris gets through. Morris' shot. No good. Harvey. Lovely handball. A goal to Rice.
Well, Morris couldn't believe his luck that time when he swooped on that ball. The pack just seemed to open up for him. Then he was run down. The ball spilled out of his hands. Harvey, I think, swooping on it, and who got it across to Rice. Here it is. There's the pack just opening up. And there's Harvey running onto it quickly across to Rice, who runs into that open goal. 5 goals last week. Rice played well in the forward pocket.
Selfish play there by Harvey.
Well, this is a splendid start by the Saints. 18-1. Burke. Coughlin. Bruns. The give was good. Bairstow misses again from 30 metres out, directly in front.
Should have kicked that, Bruce.
Yes, non-scoring end or not, it really was a gimme, wasn't it? The handball was good.
How do you think about this wind? I just get the funny feeling that it's certainly favouring that end of which St Kilda are kicking.
Well, they won the toss, and Frawley had no hesitation kicking that way, and I think it's worth something for sure.
Well, there's a bit of an idea. That kick by Frawley has gone into the centre. Geelong have got 2 players back there. The player with the football is Hinkley. Left foot kick to centre-half forward. Marking contest. No one can grab it. Bruns runs underneath it. A good punch. McAdam. Can he gather the ball? Hand pass. Low. Chipping in is Hinkley. Well tackled. Ball runs free. Burke can't do anything with it. It goes over boundary. Throw in. Centre wing.
Played by Hinkley then. Going to the boundary line, and Lowe now playing at centre-half forward. And Morris has gone to full forward for St Kilda.
Boundary throw in. Ruck contest. Stuart Lowe doing it. Burke gets it. Good tackle, Bruns. Ball runs free. Another boundary throw in. Danny Craven just a little late on the scene there. There's Neville Bruns. What a tremendous player he's been for Geelong. 32 years of age, but still playing great football. Lowe gets the tap out. It goes back. Hinkley forced to kick with the left foot. The ball floats close to the line. It's out on the full. Free kick to St Kilda. It's between half-back and centre wing for the Saints, and it'll be taken by their diminutive rover, Danny Craven. Played a terrific game last week against Richmond. And it's not a bad kick either towards centre forward. Morris could have given the free kick away. Hands in the back to lift himself up high, and the free kick to go to Bairstow.
Had he have taken the mark, would have been paid.
Bairstow from the defence side of the centre square. Burke and Brownless at centre half forward. Muller, quick kick round the body, got some distance. Saints have the numbers. Tackle on Burke was good. Malakalis, well played. Quick kick by Fletcher to the space. Taylor. Brownless and Hocking. Thumped away by Muller. Burke has to sit and wait and doesn't do very well. Runs, eludes one tackle. High kick to the goal square. Exel and Frawley. Hocking. Still with Hocking in the pocket. Left foot round his body. A beauty. A goal. Brilliant goal by Hocking. And the Cats get there first. They're 1-2 and the Saints are 3 goals.
That was magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. He's got to pass the remark that they've really got to get small fellows underneath as the ball comes down. See the way that Exel and Frawley are struggling there. They've got to get the little fellows. They had 2 of them, Hocking and Scott. And what a magnificent kick for goal. I don't think you could do that again if you tried.
But Gary Hocking has kicked Geelong's first goal. Burke is dominating in the centre bounces. Geelong now get it clear. It's Simpson, a long kick to centre half forward. No one home, the ball running free. Kane Taylor held when he didn't have it by Scott. And Taylor will take the free kick for St Kilda. He elects to go straight up the ground, but there's no one home. Fletcher will mark unopposed. Hand passes away. Hinkley, short kick, looking for Russell. And Russell takes the mark over Pekin. Maybe a little stronger and a fraction taller, Dwayne Russell. And according to a Good Friday report, a very trim and fit Dwayne Russell. He's kicking from 50 metres. Beautiful kick. A lovely kick by Russell. Right on the line. Was a touch, no, it's a goal.
Well, that breeze is very, very fluky, as we see there. Geelong kicking their second goal through Russell. 14 playing 18. As the ball has dropped on occasions, and here's the mark. He's lifted a lot of weights in his time, Dwayne Russell. From about 52 metres out, that ball actually moved in air right to left. His first.
Harding sets himself against Burke. 18-14. High standard opening here. Burke winning the rucks, as Ian Robertson said. Bruns, who's been busy early, and so's Fletcher. The Cats dominating the centre square. Russell underneath it. Oh, beauty. Strength there. And that's all that was. He was able to hold Grant out.
I think also, Bruce, that he got himself on the right side of the pack. The wind is blowing.
He also put himself in front too, and as I mentioned earlier, the ball's going to drop, and if you're in front as he was, it's going to come your way, especially in that position.
He's 10 metres closer, Don. Let's see if he can do the same job. The drop punt. He's kicked it very well again. It's another one. The Cats are in front. 3-2 the Cats. St Kilda 3 goals.
Well, in less than a minute, he's kicked 2 goals, Russell. And St Kilda started very, very well. And Geelong, it's amazing how fortunes can change.
Tell you what, they've made a few changes in defence. Frawley's on Russell, Grant's on Exel, and Pekin's on Couch. Burke high over the pack, but this time Craven snags it from the centre. Left foot kick into the pocket's a good one, and the mark is taken there by Wilson. And Geelong look as though they may have settled down a little early with the wind blowing. They had difficulty down to that right-hand end.
Good decision.
Free kick to Lowe.
McCrabb was holding low as he was going for the ball, and then as the ball went to ground, you can see there being pulled off it by McCrabb. Low.
Now, Lowe, this is a testing kick for Stuart Lowe. Very difficult angle. The wind is blowing from away from the goals, left to right across the face of the goal, so it's a difficult shot. Drop punt kick. Oh, it looks pretty good. It is magnificent. What a great kick by Stuart Lowe. That's his second goal. St Kilda fans are happy. The Saints 4 straight lead Geelong 3-2.
Well, since an excellent kicking for goal, there's been only 2 points kicked, 7 goals. Some of these goals have been really very difficult. And that was a difficult kick from Lowe. As he was kicking for that goal, I just noticed that Stephen Newport was receiving some attention back in the centre of the ground for a cut above the left eye.
3-2 to 4 goals, 20-24, just halfway through this first quarter. Bairstow, round the body, Couch, Brownless and Scott. The Saints hold it up. Outnumbered firstly, but able to keep the ball in the area.
Bairstow already, Bruce, 5 kicks in this first quarter.
It's been prominent. It's been a very high standard first 15 minutes. It looks the sort of game where the lead's going to change hands all day. Let's hope so anyway. Hocking and Scott. Scott in the pocket. Likes kicking these. Run down though. Good tackle. Harding. He's got a lot of agility for a big man. Malakalis underneath it. In fact, flattened by Burke. And luckily for the Cats, able to stand up.
Well, that's a good indication that Damien Burke is red hot early in the season for Geelong. Kicking towards full forward, a good mark taken in front there by Paul Harding. His left thigh very heavily strapped. He'll be asked to go back and kick over the man on the mark. Can't do that, Paul. And Gavin Exel is the Geelong player. Short pass, risky, but it comes off for all he marks. 30 metres towards the St Kilda goal. Goes back quickly, kicks it high, back in towards the centre. Nice drop punt. Oh, high over the top. Stoneham. Now, Don, what a ruling on that one, please.
Free kick.
Morris gets the free kick. Stoneham took the mark. Oh, there's a good mark. Great mark taken by Dean Rice, 50 metres from goal. Now he can kick this.
Certainly hot and playing confident at the moment, Rice. Continuing on from last week. Probably BOG last week, and Damien Burke's gone off, and Hooper coming on for Geelong.
Big man, Stephen Hooper. Oof. Looked like Spartacus. Dean Rice from the 50-metre line. The drop punt floating in with the breeze into the square. Punched away by the Geelong defence. Opportunity for Davies. He's caught with the football. And it is bundled over for a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for St Kilda.
They lead by 4 points. There's Stephen Hooper, the #1 draft choice from East Perth. Rice looks for a free kick. Not there. Good footy by the Cats. Stoneham, the acting captain. Couch on a lead, Pekin with him. There's Hooper's first touch. Newport bangs it back to half forward. Wilson.
Good mark.
No, shepherding. They're shepherding behind play. It was a good mark, actually, by Wilson, because he put himself in front because that ball did drop again.
So, Don, was it against Morris, was it?
Yeah, for shepherding.
Christensen to centre wing. Here's Hooper, #10. Misjudges it. So does the other #10, Harding. Oh, Couch cleverly, only as far as McAdam. Daniels. Backwards again, Coughlin. Couch late with the tackle, Malakalis and also Harvey. An important ball to be won here. Hinkley. Daniels, great tackle by Hocking. Stopped him in his tracks. Davies. There's some hard work being done, Hooper. Takes a while. And then steadies and does it very well to Couch. The give is to Scott. To the goal square.
Yes.
And down the field.
Yes, I agree with that. The ball had just left. Nathan Burke was really closing on Robert Scott and pushed him after he got rid of the ball. It's got to be a relay.
That's the question why the kick's not taken down the
Well,
field.
that's interesting because I thought that had left the boot of Scott.
We'll have to check this, Bruce, because it's happening more often than it should, as far as I'm concerned. So there must be a ruling that when it's at a disadvantage, maybe, for the side. The kick
But usually they play those as a relay free kick. Now there's the kick. There he gets pushed.
Shane McDonald did indicate that he felt he was kicking the ball as he was pushed, but the replay suggests otherwise. Scott's kick, again to the square. Oh, good mark. Is that Hooper, the big fellow?
Yes. It's a strong mark. A strong mark. He really didn't get off the ground, did he? He just held his ground. The wind very, very fluky. It must be very, very hard to judge the ball in a flight.
So Hooper, the #1 draft choice from the pocket. Not a good kick. Just the behind. So the Cats are 3-3 and the Saints are 4 goals.
I think it's going to be very difficult, Bruce, particularly down that right-hand end you mentioned earlier. It took Geelong a little while to get their first goal down that end. Lovely kick by Frawley, wide out towards the wing. Nearly a mark to Malakalis, was a good effort. Geelong are a chance. Bruns, dispossessed. Harding gets his kick away, goes back towards centre wing. Bairstow and McAdam. Oh, lucky bounce for McAdam. Bad luck, Bairstow. McAdam goes for the handball. Eventually it comes off to Morris. Morris is pulled by Stoneham, but gets the kick away. Up towards full forward. Low jumps too early and gave away the free kick.
The umpire in the right position then.
Free kick back there to Tim Darcy. Darcy now looking to kick it fairly long back towards centre wing. It holds up in the breeze. Was that a push out? It was a free kick to Geelong. And it's going to the big fellow Hooper. So he's had an influence on the game already. It's not his kick. It's going to Bairstow. But Hooper's certainly in the play since coming on just a few moments ago from the interchange. The centre half forward. Couch, sweeping hand pass. Bruns, deep in the pocket. Tackled by Burke, gets his kick away. Into full forward, Exel. Marks right on the boundary line, about 25 to 30 metres from goal.
It's a great hand by Couch. And there, Exel able to get away from Grant. Grant not as strong as Frawley. And Exel able to push off him.
Difficult shot for Exel. The left foot just slips off the side of his boot through from behind to the Cats. So they've had the majority of the scoring shots, 7-4, as Kenny Sheldon has the telephone to his ear. Peter Hudson looking on anxiously. But the St Kilda Chargers haven't done too bad in this first term.
40 to Grant, that was the target. Fletcher in the front spot, now Grant outnumbered. Hooper. Free kick to Geelong. To Bairstow again. This will be his 7th kick.
As soon as he was held high, he put his arm there to tell the umpire, oops, too high.
60 metres out. Russell in the goal square. He kicks it to the pocket. Excellent. Oh, Brownless around the front. Still with Brownless, Peakin on him. And Frawley and Peakin making sure that Billy Brownless doesn't go anywhere with the footy. 24 to 22. 7 minutes remaining. Hooper. Hocking. Left foot again across the face of goal. And just beating Couch over the line, the Brownlow medalist of 1989.
And he won the Brownlow playing in the centre, Bruce, so Fletcher can't be doing a lot of things wrong down here at Geelong if he can displace Paul Couch. Couch playing at half forward. Harding behind, but Hooper does well. The ball at centre half forward, Coughlin can't control it. It's very difficult. Couch can't take it with him. The ball underneath that group of players, and the umpire will call for a bounce. It's only about 30 metres from the Geelong goal. It's close to time on. We've got 6 minutes left in this first quarter. There's Paul Harding with that left thigh heavily strapped. Hooper, gee, strong. Brownless up over the top. Muller can't get it out. Now Newport can. Kicks it to a vacant wing position. The race is on. Burke and Fletcher. Burke gathers nicely and kicks it on the run. Up to half forward. Wilson underneath it. Rogers at the back. The race is on to get back. Stoneham first there. A struggle there between Rice and Stoneham. And we'll have a boundary throw in just outside 50 metres. 4 goals straight, St Kilda, 3-4 Geelong. Not a boundary throw, and it's a bounce close to the line. Gary Hockey, a swift hand pass. Nearly caught with the football was Fletcher, but around the neck is the umpire. So Fletcher will take the free kick at half-back for Geelong.
Poor tackle by Morris because he really had him, and a poor kick by Fletcher. Malakalis tackled by McAdam. Harvey tried to get it to Coughlin. Handball by Fletcher to Russell, who's come right up the ground with Frawley. Here's Hooper. As Robbo said, he's been in the play a fair bit. Harvey's handball, good. Harding squeezes one out. Will it sit for Frawley? Stoneham and Frawley, the two captains. Craven. Simpson. Couch the target. Peakin, oh, great mark. Went early, hung in the air and took it. Quickly plays on to Newport. Poor kick and smothered. Bit too slow motion there. Harvey misses the body badly. Newport able to recover with a high one. Davies in the front spot. Wilson flew at the back. Coughlin. Morris should go. Drop punt, and he's put it through.
And I'll tell you what, Bruce, underneath the pack, Dean Rice was magnificent.
And as Morris goes in to kick his first, St Kilda are making a change. McAdam, who was a good player last week, coming off. Dwyer going on. The value of pushing the ball on. Watch this. In he goes. Coughlin always will go in hard. The ball's spilling out. And Morris on the right end, his first.
That's Robert Singleton from Whittington and Les Mitchell from Winchelsea.
4 minutes left in the first quarter. St Kilda have kicked 5 straight. Geelong are 3-4. Saints a chance. No, Geelong. Fletcher caught. Bruns gets the kick away. Up to half forward. Bairstow on his own. He's got 15 metres. Should kick this ball into the forward line neatly. Looking there for Exel. Punched away. The ball over the back. Saints should rush it through. Oh, it's a goal. Scott. No, it's not. It was over the line before he kicked it. He didn't look too excited, so... if that's any indication. There's a few of the Cat supporters in front of the member stand here. And
the ball actually over the line, as you saw, as Scott made contact.
Frawley to kick in. Goes straight up the ground.
Brownless in the front spot. Simpson at the back missed it. Free kick to the Saints to Daniels. Just 20 years of age. He's already played 55 games.
Against Davies.
Yes, for shepherding.
Just tried to keep Rogers away, not Rogers, Darcy away from the contest then.
Just out of screen there, Davies and Darcy. Darcy struggled a bit in the last couple of years to hold his place. High one to centre half forward. Harding got in the front spot. Coughlin squeezes one out to Harvey. Centre square. Rice and Lowe, the twin targets. Lowe in the front spot, McCrabb at the back. Wilson. Oh, well done to Lowe. Oh, misses it. Was off before he'd taken it. A golden opportunity missed by their champion. Wilson did everything right. Now Burke. Back to Harvey. Plenty of time here, no pressure. Craven from 50 metres. Runs around Fletcher. Drop punt. Can Lowe make amends? Yes.
He's paid it. He's paid it.
I tell you what, Don, I don't know whether you've been in that situation that Stuart Lowe was in just a few minutes ago, but he really had that goal kicked when he was about to mark it in the square.
Gee, that ball, interesting. He really, whether he controlled it as he fell to the ground, debatable point.
What, that mark?
That mark. He's obviously hurt his eye too. He might have got a finger in the eye or something. And watch this. He takes it there, but really, he doesn't really. Maybe it was a free kick, I don't know.
Lowe from the goal square for his third goal. Straight through. So, Don, they've done pretty well here. They've squeezed it out to 6 goals to 3-5.
And that's his third goal, Lowe. And I was impressed with the way he set it up before, because as soon as Wilson got it, he was off and running towards goal. I don't think he could believe himself that he was so far in front. And here's the little fella that set it up, Craven. It was a good centering kick in towards goal. This may have been pulled off the ball, but I think the umpire paid the mark, and a debatable mark.
Might have been a bit of sympathy for the one that he dropped a bit earlier in the goal square, do you think?
Well, he's the best mark in the AFL, and you wouldn't believe he'd miss one like that. No. He won't do it again.
No, that's for sure. He's kicked 3. He's the leading goal scorer on the ground. Dwayne Russell has kicked 2 for Geelong. Great bounce back in the centre. Harding gets the tap out. Mick Dwyer can't get through. Nearly a chance there for Davies. He couldn't get through. Now
I'm glad the umpires are paying that.
kicking in danger.
Oh,
Muller. Oh, lovely kick by Muller. Up to 40 metres from goal. Where are the St Kilda players now? Harvey runs around onto the left, kicks it with the right. A lovely little pass finds Morris.
not too confident on the right foot, or the left foot, Harvey. Could have, if he had a left foot, he could have put that down towards goal, but spotted Morris. Rather awkward short pass, but nonetheless very effective.
So Morris, who has kicked one, as you can see there. The angle, a little awkward with the breeze. We've mentioned the breeze a few times so far in this first term. Morris's kick is perfect. Second goal to Russell Morris. And St Kilda, in a great first quarter, have kicked 7. Geelong are 3-5.
Well, 5 goals have come between Morris, who's going to kick this goal. There's Harvey. Look, a little undecided as to what to do. And Morris' second goal, low 3. And when you've got your centre-half forward and full forward contributing, it makes for a very efficient forward line.
So the Saints have done really well in the last 3 minutes. They've put a space in themselves in Geelong after the Cats had got back right into this game. A quick kick away from Burke to centre-half forward. Rice. He's a dynamo up forward. Kicked 5 goals in that opening match. And that'll be the umpires. Dean Rice, 23-year-old. Just time on called while one of the streamers is taken from the ground. And Shane McDonald restarts the game. Coughlin, just 15 seconds remaining before quarter time. And I think the Cats will be pretty happy if they can hold here as the seconds tick away. So that should be the scoreline at quarter time. Big crowd in attendance, nearly every vantage point taken now. And it is quarter time, and what an entertaining 3-5 to 7 goals. Start of the second quarter. Geelong kicking to the left, and Burke goes up against Harding. Daniels smothered by Bruns. Free kick going to St Kilda, and it'll go to Daniels.
He made it look a bit worse, I thought, Bruce, than what it was.
Gets his hand on the footy a lot. Awkward looking kick. Craven at half forward. Morris, who kicked 2 goals in the first quarter. Stoneham there, and it's going to be a bounce down about 70 or 80 metres away from St Kilda's goal. They kicked 7 goals without a miss in the first term. Lowe with 3, and Morris with 2, the big goal scorers.
Now Barry Stoneham being forced to do the ruck work here. He's up against Morris. Morris in front, held. Harvey gets the handball in Dwyer's direction. Daniels now gives it to Coughlin. Coughlin from centre forward. Good pass. Low. Unselfish play by Coughlin. Now just get out of it, Frank, because your teammate has the kick.
Strong mark by Lowe. The question I've got is whether he'll make the distance. He's not the best kick as far as distance is concerned, but he has worked on it over the past few years.
He's gone back a long way. This has got to be a Peter Hudsonism, surely. Have a good long run at the ball. And he kicks it, but the breeze is going to hold it up in the square, and it's helped through by that Geelong defence back there. Big punch by Christensen. And it's the first behind on the scoreboard for St Kilda. 7-1, Geelong at 3-5.
Well, he went a long way back, Robbo, and he didn't run all the way up.
Strange one, isn't it? Especially when you're battling for distance into the breeze.
So the Cats to bring it back in. Malakalis at the back, Burke at the front. Strong mark by the big man. Captain the club from 87 to 89. High kick, Brownless outnumbered. 3-1 Newport. Poor handball. Bruns gets some distance with a torpedo.
It looks like Harding's down behind play.
Chance for Couch and Scott. Russell's there, still Scott, not able to get rid of it, and gone for holding the ball.
Gee, there were 2 good tackles there, Burke and Frawley.
And Harding doesn't look too good at all behind play. He was carried off last week, but he's got back on this week. So I wonder whether he'll stay on or whether he'll go off.
Frawley in the back pocket. A high kick. Look at the breeze holding the football up. Only went 30 metres. Out to the wing. Kick out there by Pekin. Goes towards centre wing. Harvey overruns it. Bit of poor play there. Simpson gets his kick away. Back towards centre half forward. Awkward bounce there for Newport. Gary Hocking collects the football. Kicks towards goal and pops it through. Badly needed goal for Geelong.
As Haas, Hocking kicks Geelong's 4th goal. Harding in the centre. He looked a little bit groggy after he fell down at that contest at centre half back. But obviously he's regained his composure. The doctor went out to him. He's going to contest this next bounce down. As we see there, Hocking's goal going through. Playing on the half-forward flank is Gary Hocking.
And he's kicked 2 goals. They've both been good ones.
Paul Harding, who was in the hands of the trainers a moment ago, just 14 points in this again, 43-29. And you saw Danny Frawley's kick a moment ago, held up in the breeze. Bairstow well done to Hinkley. He can kick this. Second bounce, steady, drop punt, misses.
Now he could have gone over the top to Robert Scott because he drew the man that Robert Scott was playing on, and that's Jason. I think it's Jason Daniels. It was a Kane Taylor. Kane Taylor could have popped it over the top, made sure of it, but he went for goal, paid the penalty.
Probably took too long to kick it, Don. He got too close to the guy coming at him, didn't he? Taylor coming at him. It really had a great chance here, Frawley, to bang it back in.
Danny Frawley not getting great distances with his kicks, and this is no exception. In short, Couch has read it beautifully, and Couch has marked deep at half forward. Transfers play back in towards the centre of the ground. At centre half forward, no mark taken. A real struggle there. Muller gets the hand pass away. Bruns is first back. He's caught with the football. He gets it away to Simpson. He's caught with the footy. And eventually, Geelong are penalised for holding it, and Daniels will take the free kick. This kick is short. Brownless nearly marks. Holding him, he had to give it away, Nathan Burke, because Billy Brownless was away with the footy.
Now the wind direction has changed. It's blowing across the ground. Now it's right behind Brownless's back as he lets fly.
Brownless's beautiful long kick into the goal square. Exel should have marked, but in doing so has given away the free kick. Frawley runs away. Advantage has been paid. St Kilda under pressure at half-back. Craven finds a bit of space. This kick is not bad. Burke, what a good mark under pressure from Fletcher. Looking to maybe hand pass it on. Now he elects to kick the football. Over the wing, towards half forward. Stoneham interferes. Good play, Davies. Good play, Pekin, backing up Harvey. And they share it around with Morris. Morris's kick towards half forward. Wilson drops what he should have taken. Goes after it again, Brian Wilson. He's got it. He's caught. He'll be penalised.
That was good play by Hinkley to bring it down because he started on the half-back flank, ran past in the handball, followed on and finally got it. And he was the initiator of the ball being spilled by Brian Wilson.
Rogers, Burke at centre wing, Coughlin. Good tackle by Simpson, held him up in his tracks. Rice cleverly. Well done, Rice. Still Rice, not a good kick off balance. Morris misses it. Hinkley. Wilson. Low, doesn't quite get that far. Christensen. Gives it to Rogers at half-back. The handball good. Fletcher, centre wing. Hocking at the back, well played Newport, free kick to him.
Positioned himself well then, Stephen Newport, the former Melbourne tagger, ruck rover.
Now Newport kicks it directly towards half forward. No one home for St Kilda, and the mark is taken by Hinkley. Hinkley at half-back for Geelong. Goes long. Bombs away to centre half forward. No mark taken. Ball at the back. Gather is by Muller. He goes around onto the right foot. Kicks it long. Back towards centre half forward. The ball holding up in the breeze. Stoneham back. Oh, great gather. Dwyer. He's held, but he didn't have it. Must take a free kick. Nick Dwyer.
Well, he was on the run, wasn't he, Dwyer? He was pinged there by Hinkley. Had he have not, he would have got away.
Kicks it long in towards full forward. No mark. Geelong may get clear. No, they won't. Wilson, chance to kick with the left, with the right. Kicks with the right. It's taken there, back there by McCrabb's kick. Wide to half-back. Coughlin over the top. Daniels is caught. He's still got the football. Somehow he got the hand pass away. Dwyer unselfishly. Coughlin shoots for goal and puts it through for a goal to St Kilda.
Well, Frank knew that was a goal as soon as he left his boot. A fist went up in the air, signifying he kicked straight. And St Kilda, I thought, were mucking around with that ball earlier. Were really struggling just that little bit, and that was a real godsend, that goal, because just add a little bit of respectability to their score. They draw further apart. 19 points the difference.
Four, 6, 8, 1, 19-point margin. McAdam back on for the Saints. Pekin, free kick.
He's a good player, Bruce, Tim Pekin. He always does a job for the Saints.
Did an excellent job last year, didn't he? The former Fitzroy player. Kane Taylor, the half-forward. Morris, who's given them a bit up forward today. Quick kick by Davies. It's a whole new look forward line for the Saints this year. Wilson looking for a free kick. Tried to find Coughlin. Oh, good tackle by Coughlin. Able to hold it up. And the quick kick away there by Rice. And it's a St Kilda kick, rather a Geelong kick. And it's McCrabb to halfback.
McCrabb looking for Stoneham. Finds that player. The mark wasn't paid. Fletcher's kick is smothered. Chipping in is Gary Hocking, gets the hand pass away to Scott, back to Fletcher. McAdam's on the ground. He basically threw it there to Harvey. Oh, great strong bump by Hinkley. Gives Geelong a chance back in the centre of the ground. Newport held, but he didn't have it. Still the ball in a winnable position. A thump away by Couch. Goes back towards Malakalis. Lovely hand pass. Geelong should get a goal. Running in is Bairstow. He shoots and he goals.
Well, goals seem to be easier to come by down that end as Bairstow goes in and kicks a badly needed goal by Geelong. That's their fifth. 36 playing 49. As I mentioned, the wind has swung around. There's Robert Harvey. He copped a heavy one from Ken Hinkley. Ken Hinkley only a very slight player. That's his immediate opponent on the right. And here is Malakalis sending the ball forward. Bairstow running onto it well. 45 metres out directly in front.
Bairstow 9 kicks and 2 hand passes. 1 goal, 2 he's kicked. Look at Burke. He's revved up, Damien Burke. High over the pack, gets the tap out to no one in particular. Oh, a crunch situation there. Muller gets the kick away. Comes out to a vacant wing. Hinkley, who's playing well for Geelong. Left foot kick by that player, high to half forward. Players standing still. Bruns can't mark. McAdam gets back, doesn't take the football with him. Looking for the free kick as Pekin, and he'll get it.
I think that's right on that occasion. Fletcher really didn't make much of an attempt. He showed the umpire that he tried, but he really didn't have much intent in getting that ball out.
Pekin's kick towards the wing. Davies at the back will mark. Had to sit on Gary Hocking. And Darren Davies, who kicked the first goal of the match, has the ball on centre wing. Ex-Footscray player, picked up in the March draft by St Kilda. Kick towards half forward. Coughlin crashes his way through. Attempted kick off the ground, could have nearly been penalised. Still the ball to be won. Forward of centre. Saints will get clear. Pekin gives it to Coughlin. Coughlin from 50, unselfishly to Lowe. And Lowe is too big, too strong for Austin McCrabb.
Really, he's not much further out than what Coughlin was when Coughlin let that ball go. Angle a little different. And there, the ball out in front. And Pekin being involved in play once again. It's good play from the half-back flanker to do what Pekin's doing.
Now Lowe will kick from about 35 metres. A lovely kick. Beautiful kick, Stuart Lowe. A goal. He's now kicked 4, Stuart Lowe, in that scoreline of St Kilda 9-1, Geelong 5-6.
It's interesting, Lowe, when he was down the other end on a very, very difficult angle. In fact, I think he let the ball go from about the boundary line. He kicked truly. He only took a couple of steps, and on this occasion he really only takes a few deliberate steps. He walks in and then a couple of deliberate steps and then lets it go.
Great kicking by the Saints. 9-1, low with 4. Couch has been moved into the centre for Geelong and Fletcher to a half-forward flank. And an infringement against St Kilda there.
Against Harvey, I think.
Being in the square, so 5 men in instead of 4. So Burke doesn't time it very well. Gives his forwards little chance. Brownless. Good tackle by Daniels.
He held that into Brownless well then, didn't he, Daniels? Held it up around the neck and Brownless couldn't get rid of it.
Dwyer all missed it. Pekin and Simpson. Simpson taps it forward about 5 metres.
You know, Bruce, we were talking about Fitzroy on Saturday. St Kilda are a great example of a bunch of guys who just work exceptionally hard on behalf of their coach. The instructions they really do to the letter, and their discipline is excellent.
Harding and Burke wrestling with one another. Pekin, who Don Scott's already mentioned for his good play. Newport to Daniels, who couldn't do much with it that time. And it'll be a throw-in. Big crowd at Geelong today at Kardinia Park. Tricky day for footy, sun shining down, a bit of a fluky breeze. The Cats kicking to the left and they trail 5-6 to 9-1.
We're halfway through this second term, so Geelong need to get a goal or two. Free kick, maybe advantage. No, it's going to Geelong.
Going back to Bairstow.
Bairstow, who spent last year, what, captain coach of Lake Grace.
Lake Grace in
Have you ever
Western
been there,
Australia?
Donny?
No, a long way out of Perth, I understand. But a very nice part of the country.
Be a lot of atmosphere at Lake Grace, I would suggest. Mark Bairstow now to shoot for goal from 50 metres. Oh, beautiful, long kick. Nearly gets the distance. Forley pushed out, but it goes through for a behind. So Bairstow has kicked 1 goal 3. Geelong 5-7. Trail St Kilda, who are 9-1. Danny Frawley now taking a bit of a risk, coming to this member's side, but he gets good distance with the kick. Oh, what a great mark by Muller! 50 metres from goal. Bruns quickly there to pick up the mark, but Muller drop punt kick towards centre wing. Morris at the back, can't mark. Pekin's still in there. Ball comes to Bairstow. 14th possession to Bairstow. To half forward, good mark to Burke.
Front of Harding that time. He's got Exel in the goal square. Kicks it to the square. Getting back was Taylor. Exel, Newport there. Still a chance for Simpson. He's got Russell, gets it to him. Can he kick it off the ground? It's over for a point. Dwayne Russell, who kicked 2 goals within a minute in the first quarter. It's Kane Taylor. Here's Frawley again. Again comes member side. Malakalis, McAdam at the back. Brownless will run out of options here. Taylor, McAdam, Burke. Well, that was Taylor the last time, Burke the first time. Stoneham against Morris. Hinkley tried it off the ground. Stoneham just taps it forward. Harding gave it up too quickly. Scott to Hinkley. It's got Bruns, sweeps the handball. Bruns should go. Steadies up the little fellow and kicks it through. 6-8 to 9-1.
That's happened back in the centre of the ground. Harding really didn't want that ball. Really didn't want it. And then great skill by Hinkley. He has got a lot of skill. Look at that left hand. He's a very casual-looking player playing on that half-back line. But you've really got to commit yourself when going for the ball.
Hooper back on the ground for Geelong, and he goes straight into the ruck to contest this bounce down and gets it. Scott, Malakalis, oh, Fletcher left it behind. Daniels now gets St Kilda back over that centre wing position, but a good mark taken by Hinkley, and he's my vote at this stage for best on the ground, Ken Hinkley. Very effective, lovely kick, full forward, no mark. Look at Russell, you must come out, David Grant. He does, he's held. Now the play still goes on. Taylor, handball, Bruns off the ground, kicks are behind for Geelong.
I think one of the reasons he couldn't come out, Grant, was because Exel had hold of him.
And still he was grabbed when he did come out, and I thought the umpire may have given him a free kick, but, well, the pressure's really on. It's a very interesting game so far.
And what an important 10 minutes coming up.
Certainly is. Ball out at half forward for Geelong on that right-hand side, forced over for a boundary throw-in.
You just get the feeling, Don, that the Saints have got a hold here. The Cats have got within 10 points.
Well, they have, because the breeze has changed around, and Geelong find it much easier going to left the screen than what they did right because of the breeze.
That accuracy of St Kilda holding them in good stead. Couch held up, Hooper, good handball. Bairstow, who's getting 100 kicks. Excellent Grant wrestle again. Mark to Exel.
I really don't like that rule. I think a lot of players are manhandling one another. I don't mind them using the body, but they actually do use the arms to push away. Look at this. Look, pushing away. I don't really like that rule.
You'd like the umpire to have a look at the replay of it, wouldn't you?
And Harding going off too for St Kilda as we see Exel lining up.
From 25 metres out with the left foot, he's kicked the goal. And suddenly, Geelong within a kick at 7-9 to 9-1.
And Harding going off means that Arnold has gone to full forward. Lowe has now gone into the ruck for St Kilda. And there's the mark. I suppose you could argue that the ball was 5 metres. No, I don't like them doing that.
So play to recommence. There's Stuart Lowe now doing the ruck work for St Kilda. They must be worried about that centre bounce. Hooper gets it. Newport leaves it for Burke. Burke kicks it across his body, but there's that man. He's played a fantastic second quarter, Ken Hinkley, and he backs himself. Round onto the left foot. Kicks it to centre half forward. It holds up a little bit. Ball comes to ground. Geelong player runs into trouble. Now Coughlin. Can he get it out? Tries to kick it off the ground. Lowe dives on it, but Bairstow nearly controls it. Newport's there, so is Malakalis. Constructive with the handball. Fletcher's caught with it. In there, Newport. Diving after it, Fletcher. Tries to get the hand pass on to Hocking. Hocking's left foot kick. It's going to bounce through. No, it's not. It just misses to the right.
Gee, there was some terrific work done by two little fellows for Geelong. One was Fletcher and the other was Malakalis. They both put themselves in at the foot of the pack, got the ball out, and that was just terrific stuff by those two little fellows to get the ball forward for Geelong.
Peter Hudson looking on. Well, can the Saints withstand the challenge now from Geelong? They've got a head of steam up now, the Cats. McAdam at half-back. Keeps it low into the breeze. Morris looked for a free kick. Darcy. Oh, didn't quite get to Hinkley. Morris. Stoneham. Daniels. Pekin. Long way out into the breeze. Hurled up. Christensen and Wilson. Oh, it sits up for Davies and he kicks a goal. Against the run of play. And the Saints have had 11 scoring shots to 17, and yet they're more than a goal in front.
Well, I mentioned earlier about Paul Harding not committing himself in the centre. It was Ken Hinkley, and when Harding didn't commit himself, the ball went down for a Geelong goal. It was Hinkley on that occasion who really didn't. He waited for the ball to come to him. We should have gone to meet the ball taken away, and finish up with a St Kilda goal. You've always got to go and meet the ball.
Tell you what, they were lucky they got the goal. Pekin with the ball at centre half forward had two players left. With the hand pass over the top, his kick was smothered, and then it was only the bounce that favoured him.
Craven on, Dwyer off for the Saints.
High up, Lowe gets the tap out, goes towards centre half forward. Darcy's caught with the football, should be penalised, he is. You only get one chance in today's football, Tim. Unfortunately, your first one went begging. Frank Coughlin kicks it up towards the 50-metre line. Marking contest, Rice in front, can't mark. Harvey overruns it. Daniels has a chance. He's got the foot. He's well tackled. Now Fletcher round the neck at half-back takes the free kick for Geelong as Daniels and Hinkley have a dust-up behind play. Darcy takes the handball, kicks it to half-forward, high over the top Muller. A great punch because it gives Burke the chance to run with the footy. Back towards centre half-forward goes St Kilda. Two Geelong players there. They raffle it. Darcy marks at centre half-back.
Muller's athleticism is a match for Brownless at the moment. It's a
Pretty
great
good player,
job,
Muller.
Here's Lowe, thumps it back. Harvey's got to sit underneath it. McAdam. Arnold on the lead in the pocket. Free kick. Advantage played. McAdam runs his full distance and then kicks it very well and just misses, hits the post.
Showed a bit of class, McAdam, the way he got rid of the ball on the left foot, then followed up. Very well balanced youngster.
It's an excellent game, isn't it?
It's a terrific game of footy, very interesting. I was just going to say McAdam's had his hands on the ball a little bit, but just slipping through. McCrabb kicks it into half-back. Chance now for Fletcher to kick Geelong into their forward half. Pekin nearly took it, but Muller, good play. He's doing well, as Bruce has already said, back there on Brownless. And the kick has been marked by Lowe. He swings around. He's looking pretty confident. The kick into half-forward. Davies marks. Ridden into the ground by Darcy. No penalty given by the umpire.
Put loose by Tim on that occasion. Tim Darcy spotting Davies 10 metres.
Davies has kicked two. He's too far out to score, but he kicks it into the square. Marking contest. It's a St Kilda mark at the back to Morris. Certainly a clean mark.
It's a good mark by Morris behind.
Gee, Stoneham missing that was a bit of a gift in the finish for Morris.
What's he going to do here? He's hard up against the boundary line. He's already kicked two.
Well, let's hope he runs straight at the goals. Russell Morris, a fairly experienced player, runs around, has the shot and misses. Well, 6.5 minutes left. St Kilda lead 10-3 to 7-10. McCrabb kicks in. It's going to go out of bounds, is it? Bruns couldn't get to it. St Kilda free kick to be taken by Craven.
Poor schools by McCrabb there. Craven to the goal square. Bairstow with a fingertipper running the wrong way. He's had 12 kicks and 2 handballs and kicked the goal. 1 goal, 3. Across the ground. Gee, that's an ordinary kick. Craven and Bruns. Bruns able to beat Craven for the footy, though. Hocking. No free kick. Coghlan, well done. Newport. It's got Lowe at right angles. Goes towards Morris. Gets him.
And Simpson's gone off for Geelong, and Nell coming on. Going to the half-forward line, Nell. Simpson hasn't had a real much influence against his old club. There's Morris taking the mark in front of Stoneham. Proving a bit of a handful up there, Russell Morris.
It's kicked 2-1. Goal here'd be very handy with 5.5 minutes remaining before half-time. The margin 11 points. Oh, he's kicked it well, hasn't he? Kicked it beautifully. 11-3 to 7-10. Russell Morris with 3. Lowe with 4, Davies with 2, and some of these recruits are doing well, Don, for St Kilda.
My word, they banked on experience, didn't they, St Kilda, in going after these guys. Russell Morris, who was struggling at Hawthorn, played mainly as a back man. A beautiful kick for goal.
St Kilda lead by 17 points, 5 minutes before half-time. Low in the ruck. But Newport held high. Hooper does well for Geelong to get it away from the centre. Oh, Frawley up over the top. Good mark. Tell you what, he's a hard man to get a kick on, Danny Frawley. He's a real dead-set goer. He spots McAdam near the centre. Goes back, but good interception by Malakalis. He gets back and gives the hand pass away. Can they get clear now? No, they can't. Oh, Burke should have got it. Davies should have got it. Now he gets his kick away. McAdam's a chance again. They're 3-1. If he gets this, they could be away. He does. Harvey's a chance. Spins out of trouble, spins into trouble. Back to McAdam. He's still got the footy. Look at the brilliant skills of Gilbert McAdam. On centre wing, he kicks towards full forward. No mark taken. Punched away by the Geelong defence. Hooper's hand pass. Too far for Bruns. Here's McAdam again. Brilliant football. Hand pass to Arnold. Arnold kick it quickly. There's someone back low. He couldn't get it back there. Stoneham, Hocking. But Stoneham will receive the free kick at half-back for too high.
Gee, Lowe was on his own. Clear of everybody. Had Arnold been able to get the footy to him. Stoneham into the centre. Brownless in the front. Couch, not a good kick under pressure. Taylor away from Scott. Things just happening for St Kilda. Here's Lowe again. He'll have a running player outside and inside. He's got Craven inside him. Quickly plays on. High ball. Wilson in the front spot. Hinkley misses it. Wilson recovered, couldn't get rid of it, besieged by Geelong players. And Don, they've done very well here, St Kilda. A bit of a
I was just
scuffle.
thinking the same thing, actually, Bruce. I looked up at the score, 69 playing 52, because they've really had to hang on in this quarter. It's not easy kicking goals to the side that, or the end that St Kilda are going to, and they've done it very, very well.
Cats threatened to overrun them and haven't been able to do so. Scott can't get away. Newport's kick ineffective. Wilson has got to be played on. It was touched off the boot. Hinckley, still Hinckley. Oh, he panicked in the end and gave it away. Harvey. Malakalis hasn't had many touches, but what he's done has been very good. That was a poor handball. Burke, Davies, Rice, who's normally a good kick. It's a tough angle. He centres it, but Hocking will get it, and Geelong will get away with it.
Hocking deep in the back pocket, kicks it out towards centre wing. Daniels out there with Fletcher. Neither player can do much with it. Fletcher just may have been penalised, but umpire giving him the benefit of the doubt. Throw it in, please, boundary umpire. Hooper, unopposed, leaves it for Couch. Couch gives the hand pass away. He's going to be caught. No, he won't. Good play, Paul Couch. Threaded his way through, and on the left foot, back in towards the centre. Muller can't mark, but St Kilda have got the crumb gatherers everywhere. Frankie Coughlin up to full forward. Rice in front, can't mark. Here's a chance for Davies. He's kicked two. The left foot snapped by Davies. Bounces close. It bounces through for a behind for St Kilda.
I was interested in Ken Sheldon talking to Coughlin, Pekin, and also Newport at quarter time. And what's happening out there, there's Tony Lockett on screen, he's injured at the moment, is that they're changing their ruck rovers. Newport seems to be going with his man, who is Hocking. Coughlin with Bairstow, and there's Pekin involved. He's on Neldon half-back, so that's where the change is coming from.
Burke tried to squeeze one out. Hocking was able to smother it. But done without harping, and Muller's done the job at centre half-back.
Very athletic player, but he's been dogged with injury over the years that he's played. He formerly of Carlton. He's had a real bad run.
About to say, Malcolm Blight looking as if he's got all the worries of the world. It's only the opening round for Geelong.
And they were stiff. St Kilda too, Bruce. There was a passage of play there. They nearly got through then. Gary Hocking's kick back in towards the centre. Disciplined play. Punch by Coughlin. Christensen too slow. McAdam picks up the crumbs. Good play. Craven up towards full forward. Punched away. Ball runs free. Hinckley under pressure. Elects to kick it off the ground. Here's Nathan Burke, a real desperado. Handball back over the top. Chance for Newport from 50. Newport shoots into the pocket. Marking contest. Good punch from behind, this time by McCrabb on Arnold. Boundary throw-in will take place.
Tim Darcy only going with one arm that time. Should have put the body behind the ball. He left it.
3-goal margin in the final minute of this first half. So Geelong would not want to concede a goal here. It would be a disaster. Christensen to centre wing. Low, couldn't quite make it. There's Neld, who's just come onto the ground. Hooper off the ground. Couch keeps it in play. Tried to break the tackle. Malakalis. The handball doesn't quite get to Hocking. Here's Neld. He's got some options. Decides to quickly kick it as a floater. It's a very poor kick. Gave Brunts no hope at all. Taylor able to take the mark. So maybe Geelong lose their final opportunity to goal in the first half. Lowe will take this easily. Vice-lock hands. Plays on quickly to Pekin. 10 seconds remaining. Craven. Can he get it to Davies? The good tackle. Neld back on it. Lowe will take it easily, but the siren will sound. It does. And in an excellent first half of football, it's St Kilda by 18 points. They lead 11-4 to 7-10. Lowe with 4 and Morris with 3, the principal goal scorers. Gary Hocking and Dwayne Russell with 2. Start of the second half. What an important quarter. 7-10, 11-4. 3-goal margin for the Saints. They kick to the left of screen. And as Jared Healy said, Kenny Sheldon calls this the premiership quarter. Muller, who's done the job on Brownless. Here's Hinckley, who Don was talking about a moment ago, to Couch. One of the players that Blight's looking for an improvement from. Excel's the target. Brownless takes it, though. It was held up in the breeze, and Brownless getting away from Muller for one of the few times in the game.
He's a real spring heel jack, this fellow. Great athleticism, and what a magnificent kick as far as distance is concerned.
Well, they need this, Don. He's 35 metres out. Drop punt. Not the result the Cats wanted. And it's 7-11 to 11-4.
Didn't seem to take a lot of time lining that up, Bruce. I didn't think, Billy Brownless.
It's his first score for the match. It's an indication of just what a good job Muller's been able to do.
And interesting, the Geelong fellows circling the St Kilda fellows at centre-half back.
Frawley kicks straight up the ground. Nearly a mark to Grant, but what a good tackle. Craven's caught, but he breaks the tackle. Left foot kick by Danny Craven up towards half forward. Both players miss it, Stoneham and Morris. Getting back now was Darcy, kicking it back in towards the centre. Hinkley it was. Now it's Fletcher. Hand pass over the top is a bit of an up and under. Russell, a quick kick towards centre half forward. Geelong fans screaming for a kick down the ground. Brownless, excellent into an open goal. Can he gather it? Kicks it off the ground and it goes through for a goal.
There's some great work being done by Bairstow behind players. Exel goes in, and Geelong have started with a little bit of purpose. The wind has dropped that little bit, but it's still in favour of Geelong by 11 points. As we see the ball go now. This is a good handball by Brownless, out in front and allowing the players to run. And there's Bairstow just putting Grant off, but nonetheless, that was a great kick by Exel.
Gavin Exel, he's kicked two. Paul Harding in the picture, doing the ruck work for St Kilda. Very important third quarter. Oh, great punch by Burke. Nearly as good as a kick. Muller a little slow. Brownless gets back. He's fired up. Wright's got to him. Muller can't get the handball away. Eventually does. Neal might keep it in. Scott's there. Round onto the left foot goes Robert Scott. A high kick into towards the full forward area. Craven goes back. Kick off the ground by Frawley. Close to the line. Danny Frawley gets the hand pass away to McAdam. McAdam kicks it long and high, out towards the wing position. It bounces inside. Couch gathers it, sweeps it towards Bruns. He eludes McAdam beautifully. Left foot kick is marked by Craven. He plays on quickly. Craven's up and under. Is out of bounds on the full. A poor effort.
Looks as if Bruns might be playing out on that wing. He started as a second rover. And at half-time looks like he might have been shifted back onto the wing.
Bruns started his career way back in 78. Brownless again. And Don, you just get the feeling that the Saints are going to suffer an onslaught here, and they're going to.
Well, you just get that feeling, but I also got that feeling in the second quarter. And to St Kilda's credit, they came back into the game. And Muller's made two mistakes so far and has allowed Brownless in.
Low drop punt, misses again, but the mark taken by Neal or over the line for a point. Let's have a look here behind. Well, he really should have done better there, Brownless. Twice he's had a chance to goal and missed both of them. So it's 8-12 to 11-4.
Sometimes in these situations, if you make an onslaught and kick behinds, it really pays against you. St Kilda get one chance, kick a goal, breaks it all down.
Well, you use a lot of energy to get up level, don't you? Frawley bangs at the centre half back. Couch, who's also lifting. Exel versus Frawley. Exel in the front spot. A finger tipper.
And would you believe, I just looked at the wing sock and that has blown up again as it did in the first quarter, and Exel was in front. I think the wind is very difficult. We've talked about it quite a bit, going down to right of screen, and you've got to get in front. You can see how the ball really did drop, and Exel being in front of Frawley took the mark.
It's kick two. Will this be number 3 with the drop punt? Misses again, and I wonder when we look.
It's a win.
Yeah, I wonder, Don, when we look back on this game, whether we say in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter.
I'd quickly make a change if I was St Kilda and bring Lowe straight back into the play and ask him to do the ruck work. They just can't get the ball over the centre. Frawley kicks it into the outer side. Great mark taken by Burke. He's dominated 2 centre bounces. Now he's taken a mark deep at half forward. Drop punt kick, holds up with the breeze. In short, no mark taken. Newport gets back, gets the kick away. It's a scrubber. And it goes over for boundary throw in, but still well within scoring distance for the Cats. 45 metres from Geelong's goal in the left forward pocket area. Harding in front, Burke from behind. Gathered by Russell, he's caught. Gets his kick away, back in towards centre half forward. Punched away by Muller, goes back towards half forward. Gathered there by Bruns. Hocking should goal.
Believe it. I cannot believe it. It's the 4th point. It's the third quarter.
Andrew Theory, would you please
8 points the difference. St Kilda leads 70
Thank you.
to 62, but more importantly, St Kilda haven't scored so far in this third term.
Frawley short to Daniels. Russell in late. 8th kick for Daniels. Harding the target, gets him at centre-half back. Trying to set it up here, the Saints. Harding with a high ball. Stoneham and Morris. Stoneham in the front spot, but Hinkley from the side sweeps it to Fletcher, who's got some space now. Doesn't waste any time. To a vacant space. Muller underneath it, and he did a good job, didn't he?
Bad effort by Fletcher.
He has a poor kick. He should have done better. Here's Daniels again. Awkward style, but it finds McAdam. Can go over the top to Harvey, who can really run now. Lowe should be the target. Oh, Morris from the side, and Stoneham caught out of position.
He's had a bad day today, Barry Stoneham. He's better than what he's showing. He's allowed Morris to get away, but it was good play there by Lowe getting in front, not allowing McCrabb to come over the back, and Morris drifting in front. It's the best game I've seen Morris play for a long, long time.
And we were saying a moment ago that the Saints get it down there for one try after Geelong have had all those, and they kick the goal. So Morris has got 4, and Don, that really could be a body blow at 12-4 to 8-14.
Well, yeah, as Ian said earlier, you know, you can strike away at goal and only kick points, and as soon as the opposition go down, the first time they've gone down, they've kicked a major, and really you wonder, you know, we're working hard. The Geelong guys will be thinking we're working hard, but it's just not going our way. But it does happen just as it happened on that occasion in football.
And 1 goal for to Geelong. St Kilda kicked the goal. 8-14 to 12-4. Excellent kicking by St Kilda has kept them with that advantage of 14 points. The bounce favours Burke. He gets the backhand to it. He's knocked over after he did the backhander, so he'll take the free kick. Back wide of the centre.
Lowe is into the ruck.
Had to happen, Bruce, because they were getting too many easy knockouts. Lowe chases Hinkley. Hinkley backs himself. Keep going, Stuart Lowe. Millicallis could be caught by Newport. Round onto the right foot goes Spiro Millicallis. Back in towards centre-half forward. Geelong mark, it's Neal. And a good one in the finish. That's Mark Neal, who played his first game last year for the Cats. Promising type.
Had a bad night over in Adelaide against Hodges, but he wasn't Robertson Crusoe on that night. He's a much improved player, Neil.
Yeah, Don, he's played most of his football in defence. What chance do you give him of kicking a goal here?
I'm not a betting man, so I'll just have to wait and see.
Directly in front, 25 metres out, and he misses to the right. Gee, they've got very little result, haven't they? The Cats, from their forays up forward at the early part of this third term.
Gee, Malcolm Blight's aged about 10 years today.
Who would want to coach a football team, Bruce, though?
Wouldn't he love to have had the footy and be kicking for goal from there?
And you really, like in today's footy where there's not much in it, you have to make the most of those chances.
Frawley. Burke. Good mark.
He's gaining in confidence, Burke.
Charges all, runs out of room in the end. Bairstow will mop up for him. High one. Just hoping for Brownless here. It's a good hope, though, isn't it, when you've got Billy in the front spot.
Exel's in the goal scorer on his own.
And the ball dropping once again. The ball has dropped. They've got to wake up to this, and Geelong players are waking up to it. Just no way known you can come over the back like that.
Well, I'll make a statement. He's got to kick this for them to win. I mean, they just can't keep dominating. Drop punt, and he's missed it.
Well, it wasn't a confident kick. He stabbed at that as he went through the ball.
It's his third point, Don, in this quarter, and I just can't see them winning. I mean, they've dominated this quarter. And
but they're winning the ball, Bruce. I believe in percentage. If you keep winning, keep banging away, eventually it's just got to change and go your way. It's 24 scoring shots to 16, and eventually if they stick at it, it'll come.
Well, Frawley wide. Stoneham's come up the ground. Scott overruns it. Hocking. Left foot. Taylor.
Good mark. That ball was swirling. Taylor's kick comes to this member's side, looking for Daniels out in front of that player. He keeps it in. He probably would have been better off leaving it out, but he fights on. Good play, Daniels. But now Neal collects the footy and kicks it back to the front of the goals for Geelong. Marking contest again. Good play, Frawley. But Scott roving well. Robert Scott deep in the pocket. Kicks to the front of the goals and it's through. Eventually Geelong get one.
Well, we've seen some miraculous goals kicked, and that's no exception. We saw Exel kick one earlier. Hocking on screen there, but Robert Scott's also joined it. Stuart Lowe kicked a miraculous one from the boundary, so we've seen some excellent kicking for goal, and that was a good one from the little fellow. Started as a permanent forward pocket. It's good to see him on the ball and roving now, because a couple of years ago he made himself a real name as a rover, and he did well.
Only one kick the difference now. St Kilda by 6 points. Lowe doing the ruck work, has to negate Burke. He can't. Geelong are a chance again. Scott, McAdam. McAdam just worries Scott out of it. Kicks it high into the half-forward area. Just in front of Harvey, it bounces over for a throw-in. Slightly forward of centre wing in St Kilda's forward half. Robert Harvey, one of the players that needs to lift for St Kilda in this third term. They've been completely outplayed in the early part of this third quarter. Burke gets it again. Scott can't get through. Handball back. Craven intercepts. Goes after it again, Danny Craven. And he's bundled over with the football, and we'll have another throw-in.
Cats have had 8 scoring shots to 1 in this term. Kicked 2-6 to a goal, and in total have had 25 shots to 16, and they're behind. Lowe and Burke. Burke's had a wonderful quarter. Scott caught. St Kilda, gee, Frankie Coughlin with a short right there on Hocking. I think he was hopefully going for the footy.
Oh, a little bit of how do you do there. I don't think Frank Coughlin likes the way that Gary Hocking's using the lower part of his body.
Well, I think Gary might have a memory of Coughlin a moment before. Here we go with Hocking over the top. Coughlin, whack.
And Hocking went in first.
Ooh, Nathan Burke too.
They're both pretty fiery characters. I think this footy might be hard to get in the next minute or so. Here's Burke. And it'll be another throw-in.
I like Geelong set up on the ball now. They've got Couch on the ball, they've got Hocking on the ball, they've got Scott on the ball as well as Burke.
Yeah, they've got a lot of players who can win the hard ball there at the moment.
Boundary throw-in, centre wing, Lowe and Burke. Burke takes it out of the air. St Kilda can't get any real clear possessions. Now a chance for Newport. First time for a long time to centre half forward, but it's broken down the mark to Fletcher. Good mark by Fletcher, who started in the centre. Nice kick too, drop punt kick. Goes to centre half forward, Lowe can't mark. At the back, it's Newport. Left foot kick by that player. Harding in front, over the back, Daniels. Good mark. Must be paid, clear mark. Daniels kicks into the forward pocket. And a good lead and a mark. Is it to Rice? No, play on, says the umpire. Oh, McCrabb's in trouble. He bounces out of trouble though. Fletcher takes the hand pass. Kicks it to centre half forward for Geelong. They're a chance again here. No, it's broken down by Taylor. Taylor's high kick. Mellicallis is under it. He's the only player there. Bairstow's on his own at half forward. But Mellicallis ignores that. Kicks it to centre half forward. The rush is on. Pekin goes back. Oh, Newport, a shocking kick off the left foot. Chance now for Daniels. Oh, he's under pressure. Unfortunately for St Kilda, bad luck for Bairstow. The free kick goes to Daniels.
50-metre penalty. Not good play by Bairstow because Daniels was under pressure, wasn't he?
It was an awkward ball to gather, and I think if Mark Bairstow had just taken the sit on him, he would have at least held the ball up in Geelong's half-forward area.
And he had the numbers with him. But Daniels, short looking for Davies, and gets him at half-forward.
Been a serviceable player, Darren Davies, today for St Kilda.
He's kicked 2 goals, Ston. Wilson on a lead. Probably just too far out here, 60 metres, where he'll kick it from, on 55. Timed it beautifully. Harding's there with Morris. Thumped away by Rogers. Harding comes backwards to Davies, and he's a lot closer this time.
It was good play by Harding. Good play, good play. He couldn't turn, he realised that. Although he went backwards, you don't see too many players going backwards like that, but it's good play.
Well, Morris kicked a goal from here in the first quarter. Davies with 2 already. Chance to open up a 2-goal lead. He's missed it. Won't make the distance. And out of play. 12-4, 9-16. A thriller at Kardinia Park on Easter Monday.
Geelong have kicked 2-6 in this third term. St Kilda have kicked 1 goal. Paul Harding in front, Stoneham at the back. The ball comes back towards Wilson. McAdam gets around onto the right foot. Gilbert McAdam shoots for goal, and it looks pretty good from here. It's a goal to St Kilda.
Well, he's got a touch of class. I mentioned it earlier. When he got the ball out on the half, or on the centre of the ground, went onto the left foot, then followed up. That was just before half-time. He really has got a bit of class. He looked very, very quick initially over the first couple of yards. And able to scoot around onto that right foot. He's a player of the future, this young fellow.
(82-70). Excellent kicking by the Saints. Maintain that 2-goal lead. Neal, who's had some touches, kicked the centre half forward. Too far that time for Fletcher or Bairstow. Fletcher went to ground. Here's Bruns. Got rid of Muller. Good kick by Bruns. Chance here. Oh, Brownson, excellent. Could have raffled at Mallet.
5 of them.
There's 5. Couch kicks the goal. Oh, hits the post.
You couldn't believe that. 5-1.
Well,
Heads on them like mice, those guys in the blue and white jumper.
just take your pick, left, right and centre, and Couch kick hits the post. And in the end, it was a hard shot because the pressure was there from one player. Frawley bangs it out. McAdam. Well, things are just not going for Geelong. Morris on a long lead. Hinkley, Harvey and Rice put some pressure on him. Oh, good tackle. Hinkley got away with it in the end. Simpson is back on the ground. McCrabb, I should say, and it was out of bounds. Austin McCrabb. So it's 9-17 to 13-4.
He doesn't get caught too often with the ball, Hinkley. He always seems to get his hand pass or his kick in despite the opposition.
Boundary throw in. Chance here for Craven. Left foot kick. Within goal scoring distance for St Kilda. Rice can't mark. He's behind. Darcy kicks it into a vacant area at half forward for St Kilda, and it bounces over in front of Daniels. Oh, gee, Jason Daniels. Be careful, that could nearly have been a free kick against you on Fletcher. But the boundary umpire will throw it in 50 metres from goal. St Kilda into attack. We've got 10.5 minutes left. The ball comes out the back, Gary Hocking. He's a great ruck rover as Gary Hocking. Handball over the top. Goes to Hinkley. Good spotting. Couch in the centre on his own. Couch, usually a brilliant kick with the left foot. This is not bad. Up towards centre half forward. Gather by Newport. Gives it off to Tim Pekin. Pekin short. Spots Craven. Craven's got 25, 30 metres in front of himself. He can bounce it again. He can shoot for goal. He can go for the long bomb. Wilson at the back will mark and goes in and kicks the goal.
Well, he used a little bit of experience there. He used the body exceptionally well, Wilson. Just the nudge. And we'll watch this on replay as it's Craven breaking away from centre wing. Now, there it is, set up by Pekin across to Craven. It's good to see this little fellow back. He had a compaction syndrome in the calf, had that operated on. And there's the long kick. There's a little nudge out by Brian Wilson. And that's his first.
Brian Wilson, the Brownlow medalist from '82. He's had an up-and-down career. And Mercurial, 71 to 88. And the Saints with a handy break here. If they get the next goal, they're going to be tough to run down. Davies round the body. Wilson held onto. No free kick. Wilson again. Quick kick by Rogers to the safety of the boundary line. And all that energy Geelong spent in the first 10 minutes of this quarter.
I just thought Wilson could have done a little bit more then. Just that little tap, maybe. I thought, oh, gee, if he'd have grabbed the footy.
Probably felt the body, wanted a free kick, didn't get it. Stoneham did well to Bruns. To Bairstow. Front spot, Burgle. Good break here for Brownless, but he couldn't take advantage. Newport able to get back there, and then Muller. So another opportunity gone for Geelong. Darcy ran straight at it, and so did Muller. Gee, they kept their eye on the footy. Good tackle, Bruns on Daniels. Probably should have been rewarded. Couch, Fletcher caught some hard, strong body work there. Bairstow touched off the boot. Brownless sits and waits. Good gift to Hocking. Went without it. They've got to make something out of this, the Cats. He should have done better, Hocking, but it'll roll. Exel holding it up.
It's 3-on-1.
Got to kick a goal, and he does. At long last, 10-17 to 14-4.
Well, it was 5-on-1 earlier, and they only kicked a point. It was 3-on-1 that time, and Geelong got the numbers down there, and they finally kicked one through Nell. And they've made a change. Darcy's gone off for Geelong, and coming on is Simpson. And watch this, there's Exel doing all the work, holding up. You can see there, 3-on-1. He finally gets it Nell and puts it through.
Well, good play by Geelong in the finish to get the numbers down in front of their goals.
And actually, Nell's gone to the half-back line now for Geelong.
Lowe still doing the ruck work, but that man is absolutely dominating Damien Burke. Chance for Geelong again. It's at half-forward. Bruns could shoot, and he kicks a goal.
Well, a lot of people were riding that through as the little fellow had a shot for goal. Bruns, that's his second. He kicked one in the second quarter. And I thought it was hanging in mid there. I thought it was going to go from right to left. The clenched fist by Burke. They had numbers running at the ball here, Geelong again. And there's Bruns letting fly from 45 metres. I thought it was drifting to left, but it just got in. And we've got a game, 5 points of difference.
Don, what a quarter by Burke. Again, the big thump in the centre. Now, Lowe's going to have to run straight at him here and try and negate this. And he does, but Burke does it again. It's worth half a kick every time. Newport caught. Geelong inspired. Bairstow clever. Brownless to Bairstow. Kick a goal. On the run. Drop punt further in front. The Cats have hit the front. And Burke set it up again.
Well, it was evident that Burke was playing with a lot of confidence away. He was launching himself in at the ball from the kick-ins. He was throwing himself around at different angles for high marks, and that's an indication of a player playing with a lot of confidence. Harding didn't offer much opposition earlier. Although Lowe's jumping up high, he's just not quite making body contact. He's got to make it a little harder.
Well, there's Mark Bairstow, who's kicked 2 goals and had 19 possessions. But the big man on the left of your screen has really given them something. Damien Burke, running, jumping, punching. They're going to come away again. Can't quite get it, Simpson. Neil can. And Neil kicks Geelong into attack again. Up towards half-forward. The ball is in a winnable position. Hocking leaves it behind. Newport too slow. Mark taken by Bairstow. Play on, says the umpire. And Bairstow sums it up pretty quickly. Kicks it in towards full forward. McAdam back there. A sweeping hand pass to no one in particular by Muller. Gary Hocking may even kick a goal. No, he doesn't. He unselfishly goes for the pass. Deep in the pocket, Exel kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Really, it wasn't a good kick by Hocking because he's going deeper into the pocket. Should have gone a little harder in towards the centre of the ground.
It's a free kick to be taken back there by Danny Frawley. All of St Kilda's character now under question as to whether they can get back into this game. They've had 18 scoring shots to 29, and they trail by a point. So it's their good kicking that's kept them in it. Kick out towards the half-forward area for Geelong, picked up by Newport. Kick across his body, gathers good distance. Still there to be won. McAdam can't control it. He bundles it over, and we'll have a throw-in. 6 3/4 minutes left. A vital 6 3/4 minutes for both sides.
And the Cats have had 12 shots for 2 in the third quarter. The quarter that Kenny Sheldon described as a premiership one, and it's working against his team. Malakalis, Bruns and Couch. Brownless. Well done, Muller.
Yeah, it's a free kick against Brownless. You could see they're going with the knee and also maybe the hand into the back of Muller as he tried to set himself. Or is it Frawley who jumped against?
So they've got something here.
Yes, they've got the numbers here. Grant's kicked to McAdam, not a good one. Set him up. Bairstow kept his eye on it and then won the footy off Newport, and he'll get a free kick.
He started to lift his work rate, Bairstow.
Oh, he's been good all day, Don.
He's showing a little bit more purpose in hard purpose in going for the ball.
He's had 18 kicks and 2 hand passes.
To centre half forward, Brownless sets himself at the back low. Scott, still Scott. Grant with him all the way. Russell, good hip and shoulder there by Burke. And it's a wonderful contest at the moment, 89 to 88.
Oh, the game's there to be won by both sides, Bruce, really. The desperate stuff now will tell the next 35 minutes. Boundary throw in left forward pocket for Geelong. Attempted punch away by Lowe. Gatherers by Russell. kick across his body. Newport's a chance. He overruns it. Getting back Pekin. Shares it with McAdam. McAdam talented. Gets the kick away. Out wide towards the wing position. And it bounces over in front of Fletcher and Daniels. So we'll have a boundary throw in.
Pretty good kick really by McAdam, wasn't it?
It wasn't too bad. He was under a little bit of pressure and there really wasn't much he could do. So he gathered about 30 metres for his side, which was good work. Here's the man of the moment, Burke. And he's got it again. He's killed them, Damien Burke. Absolutely slaughtered them in this quarter. Kick to full forward, mark to Geelong, taken by Russell.
Well, Stuart Lowe was down there where the ball fell. And it was Stephen Newport who had to do the work against Damien Burke. Consequently, they got it out very easily. There's Lowe playing a kick behind play, just not in the right position.
Russell only 20 metres out. He's kicked 2. Should kick this. Oh dear, never try and predict. What have they kicked now in this quarter, Bruce?
2 goals, 8.
Oh, they really could have nearly sewn it up, couldn't they?
Would have had, what, 10 shots to 2 in this term.
Frawley kicks into the outer side, looking out there for Lowe, but he's 1 on 3. Punched away, he's got it back. Good play by the big fellow. Under pressure, Craven, will it sit for him? He taps it, oh, down he goes. And the umpire doesn't pay a free kick, I don't believe it. Boundary throw in centre wing, Morris remonstrating with Couch. Down he goes, didn't have control of the footy.
Said 2-8, they kicked 5-8 to 2 goals in this term. Here's Couch. Scott, McAdam held on to him, no free kick. McAdam and Couch. So Geelong on a real roll here. Couch and McAdam having a go at one another. McGarry medalist and a Brownlow medalist. I think they won it in the same year too, 89. One for Central District, the other for Geelong. Craven wins a free kick.
Gee, it's been a long time coming for St Kilda.
Well, they've got to get something to happen here, Robbo. Craven to centre half forward. Rice is the target. Outnumbered McCrabb comfortably at centre half back. Goes short and wide for Hocking. Just sits on it for the moment from centre wing.
Gary Hocking just probably slowing it down a little bit, which is not a bad move. 3 minutes left in the term. Kicks it high towards centre half forward. Geelong mark easily. Damien Burke, most outstanding player on the ground in the third term.
Well, 2 Geelong. Russell behind, offering the Shepherd, and Grant just couldn't come over.
Burke kicks it into the left forward pocket. Nearly a Geelong mark. They're in front again, but Taylor kicks it wide. Opportunity out here for Nathan Burke. Will the ball sit for him? It does. Geelong fans screaming that it was out of bounds. The handball goes to McAdam. McAdam kicks it close to the boundary line. Mark taken by Harvey. A bit of urgency now in St Kilda's play. They need to score from this foray up forward. In towards half forward. Morris gives it to Davies. Davies, left foot snap. He's offline and through for a behind. 2 goals, 2 to Darren Davies. And Geelong lead by 1 point.
Mick Dwyer and the Saints looking on. Stoneham to bang it back in for the Cats. 2 1/4 minutes remaining. Burke the target, and why not? He's not happy with Lowe, who came in late.
I don't think I'd pick him either, David. He's a bit big.
Burke with a high one. Brownless and Muller on his chest for Brownless. It's a long kick. He should take advantage of that. He's got Russell at centre half forward. Exel too far away. Goes towards Russell in the front spot. The thump by Grant at the back. Hocking holds his ground against Coghlan. Couch onto that left foot. Exel versus Frawley. Which way will it bounce? Frawley took a chance and the captain did it all right. Only as far as Bruns. Bruns off one leg to the pocket. Oh, Bairstow, what a mark.
I wonder whether he really did actually want it on that occasion, Mark Bairstow. He looked around before he actually went.
Gee, a severe critic, Dom. Look at his eyes on the foot.
Yeah, but just before then, he was looking around.
Well, wouldn't you if you thought there's a bloke coming 100 miles an hour from the other direction?
The idea is to keep your eye on the ball.
And get knocked out and don't take any further part of the game.
That's part of the game.
Not for this bloke. He's had about 23 possessions.
In the pocket. And kicks it very well. And the Cats for the first time in the match, get a little bit of a break.
And more importantly, that man, I mean, he's an excellent kick for goal usually, Mark Bairstow, and he made no mistake.
Gee, Don, he never took his eye off it. It was a wonderful...
He did just prior to going for the ball. He took his eye off the ball.
Good kick too, Don. Straight through the middle. He's kicked 3. Just had the 20 kicks and 2 handballs.
What about
Geelong lead by 7 points, close to three-quarter time at Kardinia Park. It's been a wonderful game. Both teams striving very hard. Harding back in the ruck, can't get the ball away. He flips it out to the advantage of Craven. Here come the Saints. Can they get a goal before three-quarter time? No, it's broken down back there by Christensen. A good mark to the Geelong defender. Kicks it back out to the wing. They've got 4-3. Bruns nearly marks it. Pekin tries to bump his way clear. Can't get out. Malakalis is caught. No free kick. Play goes on and a scramble of players. Umpire will come in and bounce. Just 18 seconds left. It may be the same score as it is now, the three-quarter time score. Harding now, back in the ruck. Coughlin tries to get it. Geelong could go forward. Couch is lifted in this third term. Left foot kick by Couch to centre forward. There's the siren just before Russell marks. So that score will stand 13-18.
6-89. Three-quarter time. Geelong now going to the left. Burke versus Harding. Will Burke continue to dominate as he did in that third quarter? He got his hand to it. Newport, who's had 18 kicks with a quick one. McAdam. Morris, free kick. This will be a good test for the breeze. He's a good kick, Morris. He's 50 metres out. Will kick from 55. Has booted 4 today. And he must fancy his chances.
Couldn't possibly. Judged on the first three quarters.
Times it pretty well to the goal square. Lowe's there. Punched away at the back by Rogers. And out of bounds. So Geelong by first three quarters.
Boundary thrown in the left forward pocket for St Kilda. Saints need the first goal if they're to have any chance of winning this game. Bruns clears for the Cats. Back out towards half-back for Geelong, but it's marked by Newport. He's had a few possessions, but his kicking has been terrible. This kick in towards centre-half forward. It's dropping in short. No mark taken. Punched away by Geelong. Punched away by Dwyer. Caught with a football, McCrabb. Collected by Harvey. Left foot kick by that player. Into the pocket. It'll bounce free. McAdam's a chance. He tries to get the hand pass forward. Chipped in by Stoneham. His kick has been marked out there by Daniels on the 50-metre line for St Kilda. So they've had the early part of the play. They really can't afford to bring it over to centre-half forward. And still he slows up play. He's kicking straight into the breeze. He's gone for the short pass. It's going to be chopped off by Bruns. And he's played a pretty good game, Neville Bruns, for his side. Hand passes to Bairstow. Bairstow's high kick towards centre wing. Marking contest out there. It's thumped over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in on centre wing, outer side. Geelong lead by 7 points.
Burke and Harding, Couch at the back. Fletcher had to wait for it. Craven. Nice handball to Dwyer. They could set it up here, but that handball was poor to Newport. As Robbo said, he's had a lot of touches down low. And that was one of his better kicks, Newport. The first time he's got some penetration.
Not a bad effort by a guy 6'5", Stuart Lowe.
Oh, great slips catch, wasn't it? He's one of the great marks of all time, Lowe. And normally we see him taking them over his head, and that one diving to the right. Leading marker in the competition in 1990. And what an important kick this is. It's a tough one for him. Kick 4, the club champion in 1990. He's certainly taking his time, concentrating. Will he put the Saints within a point? No. Across the face. And they're within a goal. So it's 14-6 to 13-18.
Bit of an anticlimax in the finish, wasn't it, Bruce? It took a long time and really studied hard at that kick. But there's a goal in it. Stoneham to kick in for Geelong. Lovely long kick by Barry Stoneham, well outside 50 metres. Attempted punch by Harding, but Burke has just absolutely slaughtered them. The kick in towards the centre, he's looking for Bruns. Coming down was Muller. Tried to tap it on. He's still in there with a chance. Bairstow. Muller nearly gets a kick. He's brought to ground. Now Geelong are a chance. Malakalis gets it back. Opportunity for Couch. Forced to kick with the unnatural right foot. Up towards half forward. Peakin's got 3 to beat. Neal. There is Bruns again. Geez, covered some territory there in that passage of play. Kick towards full forward. Frawley's there. Tries to tap it out. Gathered by Exel. Kick by Darcy, is it?
Gary Hockey.
Gary Hockey. Oh, what a kick. He's kicked a goal.
Well, some really heavy work done by Exel. I've been impressed with his work up there. He's used the body. He got in front of Frawley on that occasion. Got the ball out to Hocking. It's not an easy thing there. Here's the high ball. It's not delivered in the way that you'd like as a forward. And there's Exel staying in front and manages just to get a quick handball to Hocking onto the left foot. And the ruck rover has kicked his third.
The Geelong lead by 2 goals now. Early in this last quarter. Been a very good game. Burke, who's won in the ruck. Couch, who's played pretty well. He gets his right foot to the ball. Out towards half forward. Russell tries to shepherd. Was very ineffective. Grant gets the kick across his body. Bruns has a chance. Gathers the football nicely. Gives the handball away to Russell. Russell in turn goes into the pocket. Caught with the football was Bairstow. Now play on. Coughlin runs away and gives the handball to Craven. He gets around 2 or 3 opponents. Now onto that favoured right foot. Kicks it wide, looking for McAdam. No mark taken. McAdam fights his teammate, then gives the hand pass away. Harding, Daniels, McAdam sharing it around. McAdam forced to kick in the finish. To centre half forward, Morris can't mark, but he taps it down nicely. Dwyer shrugs the tackle. Kicks the ball towards centre half forward, but it's all Geelong back there, and Christensen takes the mark between back pocket and half-back flank.
To centre wing, Burke the target. Newport outnumbered at the back. I say outnumbered in height. Couch, who's really lifted since half-time. Muller and Brownless. It's been an excellent duel, those two. It is over the line. And the Cats by 12 points. They've had 12 more scoring shots. And Malcolm Blight, well, you're never happy when you're only 2 goals in front. But he must sense that they're on the way to a victory, unless the Saints can turn it around. Craven to the space. Morris just hit off it by McCrabb. Fletcher. It's had a fairly quiet day. Couch goes to ground, but with a bit of strength able to get it to Hocking, who's kicked 3 goals. Oh, good play to Fletcher. Exel. Malakalis. He's got Bruns. Goal. A beauty. That Maradona would have been proud of that one. And maybe that's the sealer.
Well, that was all he could do. It was a good effort by Bruns in the finish.
The impressive thing about that and Geelong all day is that they really have got numbers down into their forward line, especially deep in that full forward line. And again, they've got a lot of players. They'll watch the ball, it'll come out, it'll go to the centre. Malakalis coming onto it quickly. And Nell was also there running onto the ball. And it was Bruns who was in a good position.
Bruns has kicked 3 goals. He's the equal leading goal scorer for Geelong. Bairstow has kicked 3, and so has Gary Hockey. St Kilda go forward to centre half forward. Good punch away by McCrabb. Saints are still a chance. Opportunity now for Burke. Oh, he really should have kicked it. Mick Dwyer into the pocket. Good pass, good mark to Lowe.
Made up a bit of ground there, Lowe. Really stretched for it, but showed that he has got a lot of speed for a big man.
And the angle is worsening with every second. Field umpire forcing Stuart Lowe close to the boundary line, and with the wind blowing from out of the goals to which he's kicking, it's going to be a difficult kick. Stuart Lowe gets the distance, kicks it into the pocket, races on. Christensen flips it out of bounds, and Austin McCrabb quite pleased with his teammates' effort there. And we'll have a boundary thrown in that left forward pocket for St Kilda. Peter Hudson they've got some concerns now, the St Kilda boys.
Been totally outplayed since half-time. Couch caught by Rice. Simpson caught. Did he throw it away? Gary Hocking, who's played very well again today. Such an important player for Geelong. Harding in the box seat there, couldn't take it. Neal, who's given the Cats a bit since he's come on. Craven caught. Tackling by Geelong was good. Fletcher paves the way for Hocking, but it's over the line. Fletcher started in the centre, went to a half-forward flank wing. Couch has done the job in the middle since half-time. And Burke has done the job in the ruck, no question about that. Dwyer has played a fair bit of the game sitting on the interchange bench. To Craven, he's had quite a few touches. Good kick to Wilson, who's been quiet. Really haven't got enough out of this fellow today.
You've got to move it a bit quicker, I feel, on that 50-metre line. You can't score from there.
Just 6 kicks, 4 marks. He's kicked the 1 goal. And this will take Brian's very best. Morris set himself, McCrabb in the front spot. Lowe threw himself on it.
Now, I wonder if the umpire's going to penalise that, because Lowe threw himself on. And did he try to get it out once he trapped it?
So the Saints really need one here. Got to get a goal against the run of play. It's been all Geelong. Low snap, well done, strength. Just hooked it, unfortunately. So behind a Low, he's kicked 4-2. It's 15-18 to 14-7. But it's a 17-point margin.
It's a one-man band for St Kilda on their forward line, really, isn't it, with Stuart Lowe. They've closed Morris out successfully in the second half, and accordingly, Stuart Lowe is forcing to ruck on the forward line and kick goals. Kick in, looking for Burke. Oh, great gather there by Simpson. He nearly broke through. Wilson off the ground. Can Burke get back there? No, good gather there by Rogers. He's going to be caught, but he gets his kick away. Daniels after it. So is Stoneham. Stoneham takes it with himself. 50 metres from goal. He's being held, but he didn't have it. And Stoneham will take the free kick at half-back for Geelong.
Bit lucky that time, Barry Stoneham. He's paddling it with one hand.
2 redheads, Barry Stoneham and Jason Daniels. Stoneham's kick towards the centre wing position. No mark taken. Gather there by Coughlin across his body. Rice marks. Just wide of centre half forward. Dean Rice, he plays on quickly now. Drop punt kick. This may be within scoring distance. Oh, overrunning it there was Harvey. He's had a pretty ordinary second half. Kick it quickly, Robert Harvey. He spots the player in the pocket. It's Wilson. He runs into an open goal and pops it through for St Kilda.
Well, his second, Brian Wilson, has figured in play in the last 2 minutes. 1 kick off the ground, a mark and a kick. And there he finishes up with his second and St Kilda's 15th. As we see, 97 playing 108, and actually, in fact, he's coming off the ground. No, we've made the change. He's going back on Brian Wilson. Jody Arnold's about to come on. So that goal might have saved him.
Well, Brian Wilson looked as if he was going off the ground, but he stayed there. Still only 11 points in it. So it's anyone's game. Hocking. Burke. Bairstow put the pressure on him and may have just put him off in the end enough for McCrabb to chip in front of Morris. And as Robbo said, Morris has been blocked out in the second half. Oh, Brown is a beauty.
A big mark from behind. He's capable.
He'd really kick the goal, couldn't he, if he gets onto one of those torpedoes?
Thinking about Adelaide again. Doesn't time it to centre half forward. Russell set himself, but Newport chips in. A lot of kicks. This is his 21st, but it's probably symbolic of the way he's kicked the footy today.
His kicking has been terrible, Bruce.
So Burke, who's been the real star of this second half, the stats don't show what a job he's done, and that's a great kick by Burke. Excellent at the back. Harding misses it and forced through from behind, so the margin's out to 2 goals again. 15-19 to 15-7. Plenty of time left, still 13.5 minutes.
Yes, you get the feeling, though, that Geelong have got the armoury to combat anything St Kilda can throw at them. Frawley kicks to the outer side, gets good distance with the kick. It goes out the back. and it bounces over for a throw-in just in front of Fletcher. Now, Fletcher looking a little trimmer. Maybe it's my imagination, but fitness looks pretty good for young Fletcher. Burke gets the tap out, goes to Bruns. He in turn handballs to Fletcher, sweeping hand pass. That's a little bit of Lairising stuff. Muller comes in strongly. Left foot kick by Muller, goes wide. McAdam at the back, can't mark. Chipping in as Bruns. He's had a number of possessions. The kick is in short. Oh, good play, Craven. Held, but he didn't have it. He's still got the football underneath him, and he's going to be penalised. And I'm sure that's the decision that we find very difficult to follow. The player making the play eventually penalised for holding the ball.
Crab and Morris at it behind play for the moment. Fletcher to centre half forward. Brownless and Muller. It's been a terrific duel all day. Bairstow, the big kick winner for the Cats, along with Bruns. Hocking, good play, Bairstow. I reckon he saw him.
He saw him, you're right. He spotted him and just chipped that over the shoulder. 9-iron shot over the shoulder.
Hocking's had 17 and 5. Bruns, lace out. Bruns with 26 possessions. This is number 26. And he's kicked 3, and if he makes it 4 here, you reckon it'll be enough, even with 12 minutes to go. Drop punt, good looking kick as a goal. Bruns with his 4th.
Didn't look a good kick off the boot. He swung the body as he made contact with it. Didn't look very, very confident, but nonetheless it was. He's kicked 2 goals in this the last quarter.
Until after the second siren was sounded.
And there from 40 metres out, the high ball. Geelong really now have started to get their act together. They're playing confident football. They're 18 points in front. 3 goals, in other words.
He's played a good game, Neville Bruns. St Kilda not giving up. Dwyer, left foot kick, across the centre. McAdam gives the free kick away. Advantage rule is paid to Geelong. Fletcher goes to Bairstow. Bairstow's long kick is direct to the front of the goals. Frawley at the back, can't mark. Kicked away by Taylor, back in towards the centre. McAdam's a chance, gives the handball to Craven. He gets through some heavy traffic in that centre. Left foot kick by Craven. Morris overruns it. Oh, good play, McCrabb. Who said he can't play football? He's been good at centre half back in the second half, and he shut Morris out completely, which has been a good effort and one of the reasons that the Cats have got back into this game. Right half forward for Geelong. Boundary throw in. 16-19 plays 15-7. 11 minutes left.
Harding and Burke wrestling. Burke with the tap. Couch at close quarters where he's very good. Burke went to ground, and Damien Burke came in. Ball up. Well, the Saints have got to get the next goal, and Burke just with a bit of a limp there. We know his problems he's had with the knee over the years. But he's made an emphatic return today to Kardinia Park. No question about that. The handball, but snared by Craven, who's got better as this match has gone on. Morris in the front spot, played McCrabb again. Harvey, who's been very quiet. And Geelong's half-back line is really holding up here under the St Kilda pressure. There's Bruns, 32 years of age, started his footy in 1978. And he's had 26 touches today and kicked 4 goals. It's been a superb performance. Couch ducks his head. Bruns again, shrugs the tackle, gets the kick to half forward. Brownless, can he tap it on? Taylor. The Saints have got to take a chance here. They've got to run it and take a chance and take Geelong on. Dwyer. Wilson calls for it to centre half forward. Dwyer to low on a long one. Tried to half volley at the big fellow. Couldn't. And Stoneham wins an important footy for Geelong.
Poor kick there by Stoneham because he had plenty of time. Gave it away to Taylor. Taylor in turn to Newport. Newport's kick is another shocker. Stephen Newport kicking towards half forward. Rice can't do much with it, and it's bundled over for a throw-in.
Well, every time St Kilda now mount a challenge, Geelong are equal to the task, and players that were down in the first half for Geelong have really come to the fore.
Stoneham tries to get the tap out. Eventually, Couch Now an opportunity for St Kilda through Rice. His kick is smothered and Geelong will go into attack. Bairstow running through the centre. 2 bounces. Watch this kick. It's a beauty. Straight towards goal. The drop punt goes beautifully. Billy Brownless into an open goal, pops it through. Brownless kicks his first. It's taken a long time. He kicked quite a few points in the 3rd quarter. But Geelong are home, 17-19. St Kilda 15-7.
Well, Neville Bruns has gone up the race. He's obviously injured. Could be an ankle. They've taken him straight up the race. Tim Darcy is coming on, so they'll have to change their on-ball situation around now, Geelong.
The Cats are now away at Kardinia Park. They've dominated this second half. They've kicked 10 goals.
Sorry, Bruce. Malacallis will have to go roving now. Bruns off. He's in the forward pocket. Darcy's come on onto the wing on Dwyer.
The bounce favouring the Cats. Scott. Rogers. And Geelong, you get the feeling they can really finish it off here. They're 4 in front. Good mark to Muller. Quick kick by Taylor. Rice in the front spot. But Rogers with the height. And Dean Rice just hasn't been able to give St Kilda what he gave them at VFL Park last week.
No, I guess there's a bit more space at VFL Park, and he certainly lacks the centimetres.
This man's tried hard, although he's had a quiet 3rd quarter. He tried particularly hard the first half.
Pekin goes wide to Craven. Craven has a bounce. Good chase by Russell. Up towards half forward. Punch away is effective. Gather here by Burke. Burke for St Kilda. A short kick is okay. Davies drops it. Handball over the top. McAdam's going to get run down. Kick it quickly. Gilbert McAdam, he does. Across goal. A mark is taken by Morris.
Used his body well then, Russell Morris. Good kick by McAdam too. Morris had the set. And the crab just not able to get back.
Morris well within scoring distance, but the wind would be blowing still from out of those goals, so it's a difficult shot. Morris shoots and he puts it through. Good kick by Russell Morris. He's kicked his 5th goal. And St Kilda get their 16th. Geelong 17-19, St Kilda 16-7, a difference of 3 goals.
Well, he played an extremely good first half, Russell Morris. Probably the best I've seen him play for a long time. And in that first half, he kicked 3 goals. He kicked another one in the 3rd quarter from a good mark. Another good mark. And we'll just go down to Neville, to the boundary line. Gerard Healy, a report on Neville Bruns.
Trainer of Geelong, Georgie Clark, has told me he's been taken off more for precautionary reasons after being given a nasty kick in the ankle.
Thanks for that, Gerard. So, Don, you're spot on when you thought it might have been his ankle earlier on. Hocking with the footy out of the centre. Daniels will get a free kick. The Saints are 3 goals behind.
Gee, Frankie Coghlan could have taken Fletcher's head off just a few seconds ago.
Daniels from the fence side of the centre square. Stoneham with a running leap. Quickly plays it on to Darcy, who's back on the ground. A thumping kick. Exel versus Frawley. It'll roll through. No, it sits. Taylor able to just keep it in and then runs over.
Safety first. Good play by Kane Taylor, realising he had nowhere to go.
So Frawley to bring her back in, and the Cats are 1 goal 13 in front with 6 minutes remaining.
Frawley comes to this members' side, taking gambles. They really have to do it. Geelong mark taken by Russell.
Well, he is quite capable of kicking the ball, or he'll definitely make the distance. Whether the accuracy is there remains to be seen, but he is capable. He's a prodigious kick when he gets onto them.
Bairstow coming over very quickly there, obviously giving Russell some encouragement. Well, we'll soon know. He's kicked 2 goals out of Geelong's 17. Taking a nice long run at it. Gets underneath it, kicks it high, kicks it long, kicks it just inaccurately. Russell 2 goals 2. Geelong lead by 20 points. 5.5 minutes left in this last quarter.
10-11 to 5-3 in the second half, and that's really told the story. Danny Frawley just looking for some options here. Decides to go straight down the centre. Harding in the front spot. Burke at the back. Craven. Rogers in front of Rice. Excellent Frawley. It'll run to the pocket.
It's good to see backmen chancing their arm like Rogers did on that occasion, leaving their man behind and running and attacking the ball.
Well, that's where rebounds really set up, and Geelong have been able to get some off their half-back line in this quarter. Over the top, Russell. Scott caught, gets a little kick away, doesn't really go far enough. Quick kick by Neild. It's a behind, but the Cats are safe now at 17-22 to 16-7 with 4 3/4 minutes remaining, a 21-point margin.
Geelong still circling the St Kilda players at centre-half back. St Kilda playing the huddle, but being well circled by Geelong. They've got nowhere to go. St Kilda got nowhere to go.
Frawley kicks it long out towards the outer half-back flank area. Great punch. Scott, can he get past? Hooks the kick. Grant marks at full-back for St Kilda. Could take a bit of a gamble here and kick it short to Pekin. No, he doesn't. He goes long, looking out here for Nathan Burke. Darcy with the height advantage. Good punch by Darcy from the back. Craven. He's roved well in this last quarter, Danny Craven. Tries to get around Gary Hocking, and he does. Eventually comes back the other way. He's flattened after he kicks the ball, and the free kick will go to Rice between the centre and centre-half forward.
He's hurt himself, cramped up, Danny Craven.
Quick kick goes wide. Burke, Nathan Burke, kick in towards full forward. No mark taken. Geelong get it away through Bairstow. He's got plenty of time to steady. Kicks it a little bit too far. Great mark by Taylor. That's not paid. Dwyer chips in and picks up the crumbs. A left foot kick by Dwyer finds McAdam. Newport's on his own, further afield, right on the 50-metre line. Newport marks. Run up, you'll never score from there. He goes back and now is forced to kick over the man on the mark. Kicks it high in towards the front of the goal square. Geelong mark, no it's not. Morris nearly kicks it. It's still held up. Wilson tries to get hold of it. In after it goes Rice. Fletcher's got it. Umpire stops all that fuss and bother and will bounce in front of the goal square.
Danny Craven's all right behind play. He's limping though. He's suffering from cramp. He's up on his feet.
He's had 19 kicks, Don, Danny Craven. And I reckon most of them will be in the second half. Forced behind to the Saints as Russell Morris has kicked 5 goals with a limp. See his left knee bandaged. 16-8, 17-22. And with less than 3 minutes remaining, the Cats are safe. Stone on the target. Not one of his best days, but he's got better as it's gone along, as has a lot of the Geelong players. Darcy with a good kick to half forward. Brownless and Muller. Muller's handball. Free kick will go to Taylor. Advantage paid. Dwyer through the centre. High one to full forward. McCrabb sets himself. It doesn't get that far.
That's well done. Christian.
Rogers. Centre wing. Davies and Couch. Well played, Couch. With a bit of strength, able to get to Fletcher. To Hocking. Half volleys it brilliantly. Good kick round the body. Centering it to full forward. Harding. Frawley. Newport, who's been the big kick getter for St Kilda, but most of them have been wayward. Now Daniels, can he get it over to Rice? No, the tackle was too good.
Rice is still battling hard out there, but so is Rogers. And he eventually gets the free kick. Great play by Andrew Rogers. That's the sort of thing that helps win football matches. Ball comes out the back now to Grant. He can't do much with it. It goes over for a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for Geelong. David Grant, one of his quieter days for St Kilda. It's been all Geelong in the second term. They've kicked 10 goals, 12. The ball in the front of the square. Getting back for St Kilda was Pekin. Kick off the ground by Darcy's another goal to Geelong.
Well, I bet Tim Darcy couldn't believe his luck when it happened then. It was supposed to be a good tackle. He's going across to Exel.
The line taking once again.
But Pekin was just being tackled as the ball hit the ground, and Darcy coming in. Here it is on replay. Ball by Burke. In comes Pekin. He realised a good tackle by Hockey. The ball goes to ground. Darcy comes in.
Doesn't kick a lot of goals in league footy, Darcy. It's only his 27th, and he's played well over 100 games. Hooper now getting a run. Shown enough to suggest that Geelong could have a formidable ruck combination this year. Rice worried out of it by Simpson. Well played. Daniels crashes his way through from half forward. Centering kick. McCrabb takes a chance. Stoneham couldn't quite hold it. Here's Hooper, the #1 draft choice. Slow handball, took forever. Malakalis had to wait for it. McCrabb, who's played a good second half. Fletcher, high ball, 30 seconds remaining. Newell misses it. Taylor, well, that's it for him. He can kick it across to Burke in the centre. The last thrust for St Kilda here. Burke with one bounce. Goes without it. Brownless puts some pressure on him. The handball not good for Newport. Fletcher goes to ground. Dwyer. Fletcher wins it back. Then gives it to Hooper. With strength to Hocking. Some fumbling going on late in the game. Hocking, who's played brilliantly today. To half forward to Russell. As the siren's about to go. And the Cats have won at Kardinia Park by 26 points. A tremendous second half by Geelong, where they kicked 11 goals, 12 to 5 goals, 4. And they win 18-22, 130 to 16-8, 104. Bruns with 4, Bairstow and Hocking with 3 each. And for the Saints, Morris with 5 and Lowe with 4. But Ian Robertson, Malcolm Blight would be happy with that effort because they came from behind and they've won and won well.